All right, welcome to Cozy Intent. I'm Cozy. And I hope the feeling that you get here is just the same. All right, so we're going to just continue on with the energy check-in read that I started this morning. And while I was shuffling the cards, I got some other cards that fell out of this Angel Wisdom deck. And I'm going to go ahead and keep them. I haven't really reviewed them. I've seen a couple of them, but some of them were... I think the Six of Swords came out in here as well. And I think there's another card that's the same or similar to the cards we got out earlier. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep this stack and we're going to read from that. And we'll dive in a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these couple of cards. And then we're going to lay them out and see what we get. Okay. The High Priestess. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. Okay, now hopefully you've already checked out the energy check-in and you know that the first two cards here that came out were the Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Faith card. Okay, what I'm feeling right here is deceit to oneself. Okay, I feel like this is you having this. I hear that. There's another interpretation that's coming in, but I'm going to tell you what I feel first. The energy that's the strongest for me right now is that this is self realization. Okay, I feel like this is a conversation with oneself and saying, I can no longer keep ignoring the things that I know to be true. Now, whether those things be about people, whether they be about your faith, whatever they are, these are things that I feel like you can't keep denying. You can say no, or you can dodge a couple of things, but this right here, you're at a point where you're no longer able to escape the truth, okay? You know what it is, okay? It says, develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom that you receive. So I'm seeing the High Priestess here. Okay, the High Priestess and the Faith card here is card number 5, which also is like the Hierophant card in traditional tarot, okay? So I'm seeing for you to have trust within oneself, right? Trust in your abilities, trust in your skills, trust in your circumstances, or trust in the knowledge that you've been given when it's time for you to do or take action, okay? Some of you are being required to take action, while some of you are being told to be still. Now, you may be, the ones who are being told to be still are in a different space than the ones who are being told not to do anything right now. You are, help me, okay. Those of you who are being told to be still are being told to be still because you have to learn how to trust what you've been hearing and what you've been told. You have to learn to trust within yourself. You have to trust your abilities, and you have to trust the guidance that's been delivered or sprinkled out, or you have to recognize the synchronicities that are there for you. So your action right now, the action that you're taking is not necessarily a physical action, but it's an action of you acknowledging and no longer denying what it is that you see and feel and are knowing or required to go out and do. Okay, there are some of you out there who are being required to take action because you have already had that realization, and you realize that the next step is whatever. Okay, whatever that is, whatever your intuition or your whatever you've been called to do, you know what that is. And so you'll know if you need to take action or if you need to be still and listen to what you're being told to do. But this is really just the biggest action here is just believing and understanding and owning the information that's been given to you. The Page of Leaves, I think is what this is, which is says scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous, and time to get to work. Okay, so one says time, this is not the time for action, and one says it's time to get to work. So those are those two groups that I'm hearing or I'm feeling and I'm working with here. It's an excellent opportunity that presents itself. Happy news about your career, promotion, study, or scholarships, and it's a new area of study. So this is the page, yeah, the Page of Leaves, or similar to the Page of Pentacles, I believe. Okay, So I feel like this is that information, that knowledge, right? You see that nugget there, that gold nugget, that gold coin. That's the nugget. That's the insight, right? The information that you've either received, you've been studying for. This is the guidance and the growth. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna have to jump up for a second and show you this. I just planted this two days ago. That little plant right there. Oh, it's my little plant. How cute. Oh, so I had to share that because that just hit me. So there'll be synchronicities like that that you'll definitely see, and you have to trust in them and allow, believe in them so that you can receive the messages or that guidance that's going to lead you further along. Okay, so the high priestess and this scholar they're both open books there. You see that? Information openly and readily available to you. You just have to, one, open the book, to read the words and the passages inside of the book, okay? This is you having to take that effort and then really trusting and believing in the information or the guidance that you've been receiving, okay? Can't deny it anymore. You just can't. There is luck, there is abundance, there is joy, all here waiting for you, and it's because you finally take the opportunity to believe and trust in yourself and the guidance that you're receiving. So the high priest crossed by the page of pentacles. I also feel like with this page of wands up here, it's that fiery energy of where I'm going out to explore and be mischievous. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm looking forward to it. So this page energy feels really good. It feels very youthful, creative, idealistic. It feels really nice, okay? We're seeing the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Earth here, and it says seeds that are well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future, the need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future. It also can indicate unnecessary worry. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles. Remember, I told you there's some of you who are just have to be still and look and trust and wait for guidance, right? Or trust in the guidance that you're receiving. I think that there's a lot of grounding that may be happening for some of you out there. If you're not doing it, then this is a encouragement to do it. Take some time to be outdoors, get a little sunlight, or take some time to connect with the earth in some type of way, depending on where you are in the earth. But take some time to connect, whether it's by listening to earthly type sounds, birds chirping, rivers running, rain falling, wind blowing, however, whatever. But take some time to connect to the earth. Sit under a tree, hug a tree, touch a tree, put your hands on the earth. Plenty ways to do it, but I do feel like there's some grounding that is being called for here. That connection and that grounding and that sitting still is going to open you up and allow for the information to flow freely through you. You're going to have to take the time to be still and sit to allow for it to come in. Okay. Some of you have been sitting still and the information has come in, and you will be given a different set of instructions on how to proceed to move forward. The beginning of those instructions is definitely to move forward with the page type of energy because you are curious and you're excited to start off on this new adventure. Okay, you guys out there will know which lane you're in. Again, there are some of you who are being told to just sit still and listen to oneself and trust the information that's been given. And the other group here is the group where the information has been given and the instruction on how to move forward is coming or has already been received. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling here. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you've made the steps, you're taking the steps, or you've done the steps, right? So those of you who are sitting still and listening, it's because the seeds have already been planted and you're about to see some growth. For those of you who are being called into action, it's time for you to harvest those seeds. You'll know what to do as far as what comes next. Okay, these are things that you have maybe hoped, wished, manifested, okay? And they're coming in, or you're starting to see things change or move, right, in the direction that you've been calling for. This is now going to require you to not fall back or backslide. It's going to cause you to continue to move forward, okay? With that exposed and revealed card and the land in between, I feel like now there's no more hiding, right? There's no more lying to yourself, and there's no more acting like you don't know what's going on. Well, let me rephrase that. You don't know. You have idealistic dreams and and request. There's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. I'm the same way. But you have to take steps to get there. So if you are very honest with yourself on what you're doing to obtain your dreams or goals, then you'll know if you've been slacking or if you've been moving forward. This is a call for you to understand what you can do to make your situation in your life different or better, or whatever it is that you're striving for. But it definitely knows that you definitely should know that it begins with you. Okay, you're in the land in between, and there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of people like to see things in black and white. It's either this or that, and I feel like where you're at is saying, well, it could be a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I'm creating this world of my own. I'm creating this area, or this ideal, or this life that works for me. And so it may not look like everybody else's. It may not be all black. It may not be all white. It just may be this gray or this land in between for me that I know is possible. You have to trust in that, and you have to believe in it, and then you take action to make it happen. Okay? I'm I'm seeing the Magician. Now, the Magician energy has been around this week, so that's very, very, very strong within you. Remember, your thoughts and your words are very powerful, so speak positive affirmations. Keep yourself in the right train of thought and the right mindset, so that you can give yourself the energy, hear the affirmations, feel the trust, all of those things, so you can move forward. Okay, it says magic is alive in your life. What you need to succeed will manifest, and if you believe it, you can do it. Okay, that's that land in between. A lot of people are going to stay on this ground where it's steady, right? Where they know, right? But if you really think about the universe and the earth, we are one giant ball in some big giant mass of blackness. We could, like, if we begin to fall, where are we falling to? What are we doing? We're just drifting and spinning in a circle in this vast area. So being in the land in between should not scare you. It should not make you fearful, right? Because that's what we are. Like, essentially, look at this as being the earth, and then this is just us floating out there, right? So being in the land between is something that you should be familiar with, right? You should say, well, I don't know how this is working, how I'm on this big globe and I'm floating out in the world, or this universe. Really not quite sure how this works, but it's working. I'm doing it. I'm living on this floating ball in the middle of this universe, and it's working for me. So don't be afraid of the land in between, because you've been floating out in it for a long time. Get very comfortable with the feeling and know that you're supported. When you trust in it, when you trust every day that your feet are going to hit this ground and you're going to not float off, you trust that. You just trust it. Trust the land in between for yourself as well. Even though you may not know how to explain it or fully understand it, you can trust in it, okay? That's the universe. That's the magic that you have within yourself, okay? Excuse me. Libra season. All the pretty people coming out. Sorry, I had to say that because I've been feeling it. Libra season is here in full effect, and I do feel like this is the opportunity for Libras and others as well. They're just going to go out. I feel very like, if I was a peacock, I'd be a male peacock, because my feathers, I feel like they are just shimmy, shimmy, and I feel like it is a revamp of feeling good about oneself and going out to explore the better things in life, pulling things in your life within a healthy balance for yourself, so that you can be happy, for lack of better terms. This is just you really looking at yourself, seeing who you are, loving who you are, being able to see the beauty within yourself and others, and then setting the rest of your life up by those standards. The Ace of Water, which would be like the Ace of Cups, and I'm seeing the Queen of Cups here as well as the Lover's card. So I'm really feeling a lot of emotion, a lot of 14, a lot of emotional experiences, love. This could be love as well as a little bit of heartache. And I say heartache because there's a desire for passion, a desire for love, a desire for more emotional, in-depth type of feelings. So this is a good card to see. This is what's on your crowning thoughts. It's a beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship, or a deep friendship. It is the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insight. And it's a love letter and a new home. So there could be some moving coming along. I'm seeing the Six of Swords along with the Seven of Swords, leaving things behind that are deceitful, only taking what we need and proceeding forward. Okay? Taking the nuggets, as we said before, and using them to enhance and better your life. Okay? So I see again with this is a little mermaid, but she looks very young. I see the dolphin energy, very playful. This is feeling again like that page energy, page of pentacles, willing to want to learn, willing to not think that you know it all, really willing to reassess your points of view. The page of wands, being excited and curious about starting a new adventure, ready to move forward and push ahead. Okay, I do feel like with the lover's energy, there is going to be new emotional experiences that come in, choices that you make that are going to feel good to you. Okay, so be on the lookout for that as well as just having fun. I feel like you're very in tune with oneself. You've kind of, if you're not, you're getting all the way down into the depths of what it is that I really feel. What does it feel like to sink and settle into my body and my emotions and really understand where they're coming from? For those of you who are sitting down and getting in that meditation mode and listening for those messages and learning how to trust your body and trust your emotions, this is a good energy to be in, okay? Here's that Six of Swords again. This is the end of challenging times, for things are looking up. A welcome relief. Finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or illness. Again, travel or relocation. So you're on the move. Definitely feel like you're on the move. Like I said, with that Seven of Swords, you're kind of leaving stuff behind that doesn't serve you. You're taking what you need and you're moving forward and leaving anything that doesn't. You're like, I'm cool with that. I'm releasing it. I'm letting it go. You're using the things that you took. You took those 7 swords, right? You left the 2 behind. Or you took 5, and actually it looks like you left 2 on the wall here. Okay? And then you maybe gathered another thought, a new mindset, and you took that and you moved forward with the 6 of Swords. You only took what you needed and you added more as you go along. This is the end. You're moving out of that mess. You are no longer letting people gaslight you, manipulate your emotions. You are well aware of how you want to move forward and how you allow your emotions to be expressed and shown, okay? My son always says, sometimes you have to embrace the villain within you, okay? So what that means is even though you're uncomfortable with saying no, you have to embrace saying no. You have to say, I'm not coming from a place of ill intent. I just need to say no because this is what I desire for myself. And I don't want to harbor or develop any negative feelings when I play the martyr. So sometimes we play the martyr and we sacrifice ourselves and our desires, and then we build up a little resentment or frustration because we're not cared for or tended to like we have tended to others. So sometimes you have to embrace that no and say, no, I'm just going to have to decline that offer or say no to you so that I can keep myself in a healthy or good state. Okay, so embrace that, as they say, the villain in you. But be comfortable with saying no, okay? You cannot say yes all the time. The 8 of Earth says learning all you can about a subject, okay? Here is that Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess energy here. Learning all you can about a subject or career. This could be going back to school or attending a seminar. This also could be finding a mentor, okay? The Hierophant energy also here with the Faith card sometimes is also a mentor, a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader that you may find, okay? It's also attention to detail and skilled work that you love. So remember with that Lover's card, you're really calling in choices and opportunities that feel good to you, okay? When it's work or when it's something you love, it doesn't feel like work, right? And so I feel like if you just allow yourself to truly look at what you're going after as an opportunity and an adventure and not a job or a career, then it will fall into place more seamlessly. And I hope that I'm saying that right. It's like, that being a realtor is a job or a career. But if you are going into it each day saying, I am going and finding homes that create memories for people. I am creating areas or spaces or building spaces and areas that, you know, will provide shelter for homeless people or what have you. But you're not looking at it as I have to go to work. You're going into it with a feeling of this is what I love doing. I love reuniting people. I love seeing people accomplish a goal. I love being a part of helping people's dreams come true. When you're looking at it in those aspects, you're not looking at it like I got to get up and go to work. I got to drive around. I got to deal with these people. I got to find what. You're not looking at it like that because you love what you're doing. So you want to make sure that you keep those kind of thoughts in your head. That's that magician energy. Remember, thoughts and words very powerful right now for you. Okay. I am feeling like you know what, or you will know exactly what to do to proceed forward. Okay. I'm going to take one last piece of advice, and then we're going to go ahead and close this out. We'll use the animal spirit deck. And is there any information that may be, I hear my son coming in the backyard. Let me close my window. Let's just see if we can get this this guidance before I have to do that. All right. What guidance do you have for the collective as they move forward? We're going to get one more just in case. What guidance do you have for the collective as we move forward? All right. I'm recording. Alrighty. Sorry, folks. So we have the Nightingale card number 41, and we have the Frog Spirit in reverse, which is card number 28. Okay, the Nightingale Spirit says love is all around. Okay, I don't doubt that at all. We see this Queen of Cups energy. We see this Ace of Cups energy, right? We see the Lover's card here. So we're definitely knowing that we're having an emotional experience. We definitely know that we're in our feels and we're about to have an experience that changes the trajectory of our lives or how we look at things moving forward. Because when you're recognizing how important it is to have these type of things around you, you're recognizing how important it is that this feeling of love resides within your life. So you're creating and desiring more of that for yourself. So it's beautiful. You're recognizing that there's love and beauty in all things around you. It can be in the birds' songs. It could be in the heat of the sun. It could be in the blooming of a flower. It could be in the stillness of the snow. Whatever it is, you're definitely looking at life and you're seeing that you are in charge of how much beauty you see because it's your perspective, it's your mindset, it's your words, it's your feelings that create your outer imagery. Okay, so love is all around. You are able to hear and speak and think and feel on a higher vibrational level. Okay, that's what you're recognizing and that's what you're doing. The Frog Spirit says clear out the clutter. Now it is in reverse. And I think this is something that it's weird. I like seeing it in the reverse because it's telling me that really the clutter has already been addressed. Okay, it may not be completely gone, but it has been addressed, right? So we're having that exposed and revealed thing here. I see the mess. I know what needs to be done about the mess. I'm going to get on it, or I've already addressed it. Okay, so you may have, let's just use clutter, like literally clutter. Okay, you have bought the bins, you have ordered the collecting trash receptacle, whatever it is, you've bought the trays and the organization to get it all in order. So you've addressed it. Okay, and now you're probably just in the process, or I feel like it's the process of you getting it in order. Okay. Now, what I also want to say about this is you are addressing the clutter, but are you focusing on the right clutter? Okay, so if we're talking about stuff, right, you can buy a lot of organizational folders and you can organize all of these paperworks and you can organize all of these things. but are you really addressing the problem that, how did the clutter get there in the first place? Why are we even still saving the clutter? Does the clutter really need to be organized, or does the clutter really need to just be gone, right? Are we focusing in on cleaning this one thing because we're avoiding cleaning up something else over here? So pay attention to the clutter that you are focusing on, right? Because I feel like there's an energy of distraction where we're saying, oh, well, I folded up, I reorganized the towel closet, I refolded all the towels and sheets. And then there's like, well, that was beautiful and nice, but wouldn't it have been a little more effective use of your time had you went through those towels and got rid of all the ones that had holes in them or bleach stains or whatever, and got rid of those towels, so that way, instead of having a junky towel closet, you have a towel closet that's more organized with only the towels that are sufficient for use. Okay, so pay attention to what you're cleaning out, because you might only be cleaning out the things that are comfortable for you, that you want to deal with, and you're not really addressing what really needs to be focused on, what really needs to be cleared out. Okay, so be very honest about those things that you're working on when it comes to clearing out this clutter. Okay, recognize that there's love all around you, and if you are living in clutter, there's hope. There's people that are willing to help you, and there's insight that's coming into you to help you deal with the clutter, whether it be actual material stuff or it be emotional clutter. I do feel like you will be diving into that and diving in deep, because it's time to address those things so that you no longer have any clutter. Okay? I hope that message really resonates for some of you out there. Even if it's just one person, I'm glad to have been of help. I look forward to talking with you again soon. See you later.